up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Friday. It's a football Friday. We're talking Buckeye football as usual. Please check me out today. I will be live at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, YouTube, Instagram, and the Twitter, the X, whatever you want to call it. It used to sound like you were doing drugs if you say you're on X. Now it's just means you're on social media. Weird, huh? Anyway, please join me at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. We will be talking Buckeye football. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Today, this is a Friday, a game day Friday. So I give you my five keys to a Buckeye victory. So uh, today, since we're playing another garbage team, let's call it five shots. Five shots I'm calling. I'm calling for some shots. You might say it's a little early to be doing five shots, Joe. I would say you're right, but leave me alone. Anyway, these are things I'll be paying attention to, things I'm looking for. So my five shots, keys, calls, whatever. Anyway, let's start it off here. Number one, I'm starting on the defense this week. The offense seems to be in good shape, so not a lot of concerns. We will get to some offensive calls here. So, number one, turnovers on defense. Let's get back in that turnover column. We took the week off last week with the bye week. Week before that, we did not have a turnover. So let's get back into that turnover column. I want some hands on some balls, not yours. This team coming in, the Thundering Turds, they throw the ball 60% of the time. So they got a 60-40 pass run ratio, sorry. So plus they like to run tempo. Now, this is very against what most teams try and do against Ohio State. They try and bleed the clock, typically snap the ball with 10 seconds left on the clock or less, So if they want to come in here, these Thundering Turds, with a 60% pass ratio and then run tempo on top of that, okay, that just provides us more opportunities. Mucho opportunidades. Quarterback Stone Earl, 44% completion percentage. That's horrible. And then his backups, Braylon Braxton is 7 of 11 on the season with 141 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Cole Pennington, yes, from those Marshall Penningtons. Pennington's 4 or 5 with a touchdown. So not a lot of reps for these younger guys. So Stone Earl's probably your starter. But I'm calling for 4 picks by this Buckeye secondary, including the D-line too. So the entire defense. Let's get 4 picks. I want some hands on some balls. You got to watch out. You're going to have some trick plays coming. So you got to keep your head on a swivel. Be ready for anything. You're going to have probably flea flickers, double passes, shit like that. So you got to be ready for everything. And the beauty of that is usually those plays get blown up, and a lot of times you can get a turnover on those, especially if a wide receiver is trying to throw a deep ball. They never can get it there. It's always coming up short. So, anyways, defense, let's get hands on balls. 4 picks. My shot number 2, key number 2 is let's feast with those DNs, the Buckeye DNs. You're going to see with a 60% pass efficient or 60%, 60-40 ratio, you're going to have a lot of dropbacks. So that opens the door for a lot of hits on the quarterback. Jack and JT, let's feast. Curry and Kenyatta, you'll have plenty of opportunities too. So I'm calling for 5 sacks by these Buckeye DNs alone. JT hasn't been in the backfield as much as Jack. Jack's leading all of Power 5 with QB pressures. So Jack, I see him. He might knock this freaking quarterback out in the first quarter. So let's feast. Let's go werewolf style for key to a Buckeye victory number 2. All right. Number 3, let's switch over to the offense here for the next 3. Number 1 or number 3, however you want to look at it. Let's bring the O-line together. We got Donovan Jackson returning at 100%. Let's see this unit gel. We're going to go on a run here of 5 straight games. No more buys till after the Oregon game. So 5 games in a row now. Let's get our footing. Let's get our offensive line working as one unit. Marshall's sack percentage on pass plays is 16%. That's number 2. So these guys are going to bring pressure. Let's see, uh, let's see the Buckeye defense really, or the Buckeye O line really stand up to this and beat these guys back. They haven't really played anybody like Ohio State yet, so I assume these numbers will dwindle. So again, same as on defense. Watch for some crazy shit up front. Who knows? You might see uh, double blitz. They might blitz from both sides of the field. Double safety blitz. So they're going to bring everything and the kitchen sink against this Buckeye offense. So let's see the O line come together and protect the quarterback and move these guys off the ball at the same time. Key to a Buckeye victory number 4, a shot. Shot number 4, wide receivers. I see a big day coming out of these wide receivers. Marshall allows a 66.67% completion percentage by opposing quarterbacks. What does that mean? That means they can't cover shit. And what else? Now they do, let's see. They allow 130 yards opponent passing per game. So they allow short stuff, not a lot of yards, not a lot of yak yards, but I still think Will Howard I want 300 yards. He hasn't done it yet as a Buckeye, and 4 passing TDs. I want TDs for Jeremiah, Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis, everybody. Mix in a Mecca. Maybe somebody gets 2 in there, but I want 4 passing TDs for Will Howard and a 300 plus day. Now, key to a Buckeye victory number 5. In addition to that, those passing numbers by Will Howard and the touchdowns, I want Trey and Q to both go off in the same game once here. Ohio State is number 9 in the country at yards per rush. They run it at a 6.2 clip. That seems good. And Marshall, they're 61st in the country, allowing 4.1 per rush by their opponents. So this seems like an issue for them, and this is a deadly combo with one of the better running offenses in the country going against a mediocre run defense. So I'd like to see 100 yards each for Trey and Q and a touchdown each. So yes, I'm looking for a high scoring affair in case you didn't put the math together there. But so yeah, number 1, turnovers on D. These guys are dropping back, giving you a lot of opportunities for turnovers. Denzel needs to get one, and everybody else. Let's get Caleb Downs into the mix. He hasn't really done much in pass defense. So I'm calling for 4 picks. Defensive ends, let's feast. I'm calling for 5 sacks by the DNs. Number 3, O-line, let's bring it together. Let's protect the quarterback, watch for the crazy shit, and move the ball continuously down the field. No punts. I'd like to see a game with no punts this week. Number 4, wide receivers have a big day. The opponent completion percentage at 67% is probably going to be a problem when Will Howard's making the right decisions, delivering the ball on time. I'm calling for 300 plus yards by Will Howard and 4 TDs. TDs all around for the receivers. And then number 5, Trey and Q both go off for 100 each and a touch each. So hit that paint. So those are my 5 keys. Let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy? Is there something you want to see? Maybe some special teams action. Maybe more plays on the defense. I didn't really touch on the linebackers there. So is there an angle for them to rack up something in the stat sheet? Maybe some TFLs or something. But anyways, hit me in the comments. As always, hit like and subscribe, and I will see you at 4:30 Eastern today. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.